Online leads don't work. I hear this all the time. And if you've tried online leads in the past and they haven't worked, I'm gonna be talking about all the common mistakes in online advertising as a real estate agent and why, honestly, it's the best and most profitable way you can invest in your real estate business. So without further ado, let's dive into these 5 mistakes. And if you stay right to the end, I have 2 extra bonus mistakes that'll save you a lot of time and money and allow you to make a lot more money if you're going down the online advertising route in real estate, which I highly advise. So let's dive into that right now. So the number 1 mistake that we're seeing all the time with real estate agents out there, or agents that say online leads don't work, they're offering the same thing as every other agent out there. And guess what? It goes on deaf ears. You're not offering something different or something of value. And you can see right here, most of the time you'll see out there, and you'll probably start to notice it, agents will be offering a custom list of homes. Get on my VIP list, okay? It doesn't work. It goes on deaf ears. Everybody offers that. The second thing you'll see, and this is by far the most common thing and the biggest mistake you can do, is offer a free home evaluation, okay? Every consumer, every homeowner out there is on to that, okay? If you're still doing that, you're using old, outdated tactics. The prospects, the home sellers and buyers, they're not stupid, okay? They know exactly what you're doing when you're offering a free home evaluation, okay? It doesn't work, and it's gonna go on deaf ears. That's why you get poor results. And if you do have people coming in, it's gonna be low quality. Okay, so we wanna be doing something different, something unique, something of value that we can give to them. And that's why I wrote down a couple examples here. And give a home sold report, a custom report with all the homes that have sold. That's what they actually would like. They would like to know what other houses have sold for in their area, what their neighbors' houses have sold for. I've done this for years. I get leads all the time from this, and it paid off dividends for years because of the home sold report that I put out there. You can offer a PDF report on 10 tips to sell your home, but they are there, your home for more money. If you're a home seller and you're thinking about selling your house and you're doing research online, do you think that would be valuable? Hell yeah, it would be valuable. So we want to offer them things of value that they're already thinking about out in the marketplace. And if you're targeting buyers, you can do the same with buyers. In this example, I'm using sellers, but you can think about whatever niche you're in or whoever you would like to target. You can make your messaging specific to them. You can offer how to relocate to whatever your city is, so people relocating can find that too, the report or training that you put together, okay? So that's the number 1 mistake. You're not offering anything different or anything of value. You're still interrupting people, asking them for stuff. You want to think about how you can become the most valuable real estate agent in your local community. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, your follow-up system sucks. It's terrible. And if you do have leads coming in, it drops off because you're not following up quick enough. Speed to lead, okay? And you might be rolling your eyes, speed to lead, I'm not doing that. Speed to lead is where all the money is at. And this is the biggest piece that people drop the ball on, agents drop the ball, is they don't have a robust follow-up system. If you're going to do online leads, which is the best investment you can make in your real estate business as far as a return on your money, return on your investment, and I'm going to be covering some of those numbers a little bit later on in this video, so stick with me on that. You're going to want to see those, is you have to have a robust follow-up system. This is specifically what I have done over the years. I do 7 text messages, 1 gets sent out immediately, an email gets sent out immediately, and guess what? Speed to lead, okay? You have to call, double dial. If they don't pick up, call them again, and then leave them a voice message. I call 5 times within the first 7 days, but within the first 14 days, I send 7 text messages, 7 emails, 5 phone calls. That's 19 touch points in the first 2 weeks. And if you don't get a hold of somebody by then, you can have a 12-month nurturing process that gives them more value, where, like, say 30 days from now you call them again, 60 days from then you call them again, but you also send them text messages and emails as well, okay? So you don't have a robust follow-up system, and that is typically the issue. Okay, if you're going to be doing online leads, you definitely want to have this in place, and you don't have to be doing the speed to lead yourself, by the way. You could be having somebody else do this for you as well, which is super powerful, okay? You can hire a VA for pennies. There's companies out there that can do this for you, so you don't have to worry about always calling the lead right away yourself. But the chances of actually converting a lead, if you call them in under 5 minutes, it goes up 391%. You have like a 50% chance of actually talking to them when you call them under 60 seconds or under 5 minutes. Why is that? Because it's the highest intent. They're emotional. They're looking at the stuff. They're on their phone right now, okay? So that's mistake number 2. Mistake number 3 is your targeting is too broad or too narrow. Okay, so you're either boosting posts and you don't have a very narrow area in your targeted area, or you're just boosting regulars, like posting on social media. It's not going to actually reach specific people, and your content has to be engageable. That's what Facebook really would like as well. Okay, that's their whole objective, is to keep people on Facebook. Okay, that's so advertisers can advertise to them. So that's what we want to be doing, creating stuff that's engaging for our potential clients, okay, and prospects out there, buyers and sellers. Now, how we want to do this a little bit different is we want to, like, specifically if you're using YouTube as well, you can target your farm area. It's very, very dialed in using your specific area. Like, you can go within a 1 kilometer radius. So if you'd like to be seen in your farm area, or if you'd like to be seen in your local community, and guess what, you can set the frequency on this as well. You can set how many impressions they see you, like if you would like them to see you 4 or 5 times a day. And guess what, they're going to see you on their phone, their TV, their mobile device. You can set everything that you would like. They can see you in multiple different locations as well. It's extremely powerful as well. The amount of times that people have reached out to me and said they see me on their TV, they're watching TV and a commercial comes on or YouTube pops up, is tremendous. So you're targeting, you want to make sure your targeting is dialed in. It's a little bit trickier with Facebook because now you have to go into a house category, which makes it, you have to have a 15 kilometer radius that you have to have. But this is why then you really want to call out your ideal client in your ads. You want to call out, hey, are you a homeowner in your city? Call out who you're looking for, okay? Have that dialed in. You want to capture their attention in the first 5 seconds. Because really, from what I've read and understand, is capturing somebody's attention is really in the first 1.8 seconds now, because there's so much advertisement out there. So if you're going to do this properly, you really want to have it call out right away to your ideal. Okay, mistake number 4, you have no remarketing in place. There's nothing there, which you really want to have a follow-up ad or follow-up ads talking about specific things. If you're targeting home sellers, for example, okay, you could do another ad that's offering them something else. You've already offered them the 10 tips for their house to get more money. You can offer them 4 minor renovations to do before that adds $50,000 to their house. I wrote it down here, sorry. And what this does is offer them something other. It's a different angle, it's a different approach, and maybe they will end up downloading this report, okay, if they didn't download the other one, or else maybe they're going to download both. And guess what? They're going to associate you with the value and then another piece of value on top of it. You're basically educating them on the process. And guess what? You get an omnipresence out there. They see you, they see you, they see you, they see you, they continue to see you. And you're offering something of value to them continuously. Okay, so when they go to sell, who are they going to think about? Probably you, because you're going to be top of mind. You're the one showing up on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, offering items of value that have educated them on how they can make more money. It's extremely powerful. So you want to have follow-up ads, and you can do a couple of them to target them in maybe they have different questions you can answer. All right, so you can answer these in the ads specifically for them to get them closer to the point of selling. So when they do call you, they're ready to transact, they're ready to take action. So that's number 4. Number 5 is you expect an immediate ROI. We are in real estate. Do you think things happen within 30 days? Do you think even things happen within 60 days? No, it doesn't. It has to, stuff takes time. You have to think of the buying and selling cycle in real estate. And things don't happen. It's not like going to Winners or going to a clothing store and buying a sweater, or going on to Amazon and buying some coffee, or whatever it is you're buying on Amazon. It doesn't come the next day. That's unrealistic. You have to think about, you're a real estate agent. Think about the buying and selling cycle. Think about the days on market. Think about getting somebody's house for ready. Think about once you do have that sale, what is usually the timeline? Is it 60 days, 90 days before the property actually closes? So I say you have to have realistic expectations. Seriously, this is not a quick get rich scheme. This is long-term thinking. Okay, so you want to really think about long-term value of somebody as well. And if you lay the foundation out properly within 3 to 6 months, you should have your first closing. And from there, it just continues because you've already laid the foundation. You already have leads coming up. It just continues to compound. But at the beginning, yes, there's going to be a delay. You have to put your ads out there. You have to start attracting people towards you. But as this starts running over time, it's like a constant wheel that continues to turn. It's a snowball going down the hill that gets bigger and bigger and bigger and compounds. So once you've laid the foundation, and you get your first closing within 3 to 6 months, okay, and you have that money, and now you can put more of that back into ad spend to create even a bigger snowball if you would like, okay? Short-term thinking will kill you in anything that you do. You want to always be thinking long-term value, all right? So that's a mistake that I see all the time too. That's number 5. Bonus. Okay, here too, I'm going to go over really quickly, is you have no qualifying questions on the landing page. This is a big one too. If you would like a higher quality lead coming into your database, into your CRM, just don't ask them about getting their email or even if it's just their phone call. Ask them more questions, pointed questions. And I wrote down some examples here. Your full name, email, phone, your address. Are you thinking about selling? If you're thinking about selling, when's the ideal time? Start asking them pre-qualifying questions. And if you find you're not getting anybody in, you have to loosen it up, take out a question. If you're finding you're still getting unqualified people coming in, you can add more questions. That creates more resistance. Okay, the more questions there are, the more people are going to drop off. However, the leads that come in are going to be higher intent and more qualified to take action, right? So think about the survey that you have on your landing page to consider what you're actually asking them. Don't just ask for their email or just their email and phone. Ask them more questions and you have a higher intent lead coming into your database so you don't have to chase all these tire kickers and deal with all these leads that are not qualified or thinking about selling 2 years from now. You don't have to do that when you ask qualifying questions up front. Not only that, qualification happens on the landing page, but qualification that happens when they come into your database as well, okay? Mistake number 8, okay, you're not tracking anything. You really have to pay attention to tracking to know if it's a good investment. Is this a good investment? Does it make sense? Okay, we want to know if this is a good investment. So we want to run the numbers. And just with the clients that we have helped, I already know the numbers and what typically we're seeing. So I wrote down some examples. Is you want to know your cost per lead. You want to know your cost per appointment, that you're actually, how much money you've spent on ads and how much is it costing you to get in front of somebody, okay? And do a listing presentation or whatever it might be. It might be with a buyer. And then you want to know what your average cost per deal in your local community is. What's your average home price and what's your average commission? Figure that out. Okay, so I ran some hypothetical numbers, but this is my local area. This is approximately, again, what we see. I'm doing this on the low end, so it does get better than this, but I don't want to. Every local market is a little bit different, so that's why I'm just kind of keeping the numbers at the low point here. Let's just say you get 60 leads in a month. They each cost $15. You spend $900 on ad spend. You can see that right here. You get 5 appointments, which we're seeing more than that, but let's just say 5 appointments. Okay, so it's cost you $180 to get in front of somebody, to talk to somebody that actually would like to buy or sell. Not bad. Okay, and then say you have a 20% conversion rate, because we are dealing with colder traffic. That's why we're trying to warm them up by giving them value and qualifying them ahead of time, right? And having that omnipresence so they warm up until they actually talk to you. Okay, let's just say one of those converts. Let's just say one. Okay, this is like the bare minimum. Let's just say one of those convert. Okay, and your average house price is $650 because it is in my local area, and your commission is 2.5%. That's $16,250. So in this money machine that we've just created, you put $900 in and got $16,250 out. That's an 18 times multiple on your money. Like I said, in 3 to 6 months. So 3 to 6 months, that's the timeline. Do you think that's a good investment? Would you do that? If you could put $1 in and get 18 out, would you do that? How many times would you do that? Well, you probably do it a gazillion times because it's a hell of an investment and you get that back in 3 to 6 months. Like I said, it compounds. This is just when you're laying the foundation. More people see you, you get more presence. There's like a ripple effect that happens in your community when they're seeing you everywhere. All right, you become a local authority, a trusted figure, likable. People know your mannerisms, your tonality. It's like a supercharge of who you actually are in your local community as a real estate agent. Because I can bet you there's very, very few agents in your area actually doing this properly, or actually willing to put themselves online and run paid traffic. Very, very, very few. And if you do this, you are going to stand out. And this is exactly what we do for real estate agents. If you're interested, there's a link down below. You can book a call with our team. We'd be happy to do this for you. So you don't have to think about doing all this yourself. We do all this for you so you can avoid all of these mistakes. We already have this set up properly. Regardless, this is one of the best investments you can make in your real estate business from my perspective. And if you do this properly, you can supercharge your real estate business. And if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be sharing with you everything I've learned as a real estate agent with online leads and how it's a really great investment. I'm going to share more lead gen tactics as well to make your life simpler, more enjoyable, so you can close more deals as a real estate agent. I'm Nick Doherty, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.